Okay, well, we're on to Acts 2, verses 5 and 6. Go ahead and see if you can pronounce the Greek. And here's how I would pronounce it. Ason de, by the way, that's capital Eta. So this is they were. It's the third person plural of a me, imperfect, the imperfect tense. Ason de en Jerusalem, katoi kuntes, Judaioi, Andres Eulabes, apo pantos, ethnus, ton hupo ton uranon. Verse 6. Ganomenes de tes phones, tautes, suneothe, to plethos, kai sunakuthe, hoti ekuon, ace, actually it's hace, hekastos, te idia, dialecto, lalunton, auton. Okay, now see if you can translate it, or some of it. Pause the recording. And here's my attempt. And this is post-positive, de, never comes where it's supposed to. So you translate it before. You'd say, and they were, or now, sometimes in this kind of a context, you translate it as now. Now there were in Jerusalem Jews dwelling. There were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews. You might take this as a paraphrastic. They were dwelling. Form of the verb to be plus participle. My aunt is an active participle, nt there. Katoi keo, it's present tense. All the letters are there. So present active participle, nominative masculine plural, because s is a nominative masculine plural. Archon, antas, anti, anta, antes, nominative plural. So now there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews. Men eulabes, pious, devout men. From every nation, ethne or ethnos is a annoying third declension noun. It's the gnoskanous type, ethnus type. This is a genitive singular. It's annoying because it looks like something else, but it's a genitive singular neuter word, and those words are neuter. So this is singular. From every nation. That is, from every nation of those under the heaven or under the sky. Interesting switch from the singular to the plural here. But all is a tricky word, because sometimes all, of course, includes a plurality, but it can be construed as a singular sometimes. Verse 6. And having become the sound, this, and this sound having become, this is a genitive absolute. We have a noun in the genitive, phones, and a participle in the genitive, ganomenes. And so the noun becomes the subject, a sound, and the participle becomes the verb. Having come to be, this sound having come to be, or you could bring it into a better translation, when this sound came about, or when this sound happened, the multitude, to plethos, the multitude suneothe, came together. By the way, this is an interesting picture. We have people indoors, about 120 people indoors praying. The Holy Spirit comes on them with the sound of a mighty rushing wind. And the sound is so significant that the people outside hear it, and apparently hear it from some distance because they come to see what's going on. And by the time they get there, it would seem that the disciples and others have come out of the house and are in the street or wherever. That's in the next verses. But the multitude came together. This is an aorist. It's aelth. That's the aorist form of erchomai, sun erchomai. The multitude came together and was confused. This is aorist passive, theta eta there. There's the augment, that epsilon. Because haughty can introduce either a noun clause or a causal clause. This is a causal clause because of the context. Because they were hearing, one each one was hearing in his own dialect or in his own language or in his or her own language, them speaking. This is imperfect, a kuon. It's a kuo with an augment. The alpha becomes an eta, an augment. third person plural, and they were hearing one each one. They were hearing them. I suppose this is the object of hearing, because akuo can take its object in the genitive, and so this is genitive. They were hearing them. They were hearing them speaking. They were hearing them speaking in their own dialect. Each one. So there we have that. Let me pause the recording for a second. Come here, Mario. Let's go outside. Time to go outside, guys. Let's go outside. Okay. I hope the recording paused. Okay, moving right along. What's going on here? Interlinear. So here's basically what I said. There were living in Jerusalem Jews. So these are not Gentiles. The individuals that we're talking about here are diaspora Jews. They're from out and about, but they are Jews. And they are pious men, devout men from every nation of the ones under the sky. So this is the substantive use of a prepositional phrase. Hupoton uranon is a prepositional phrase, and it is serving as the noun here with tone, of the ones under the sky. And the voice having come, again, genitive absolute, this voice having come, demonstrative pronoun, it came together, the multitude. I'm missing a word here. Interesting. Came together, didn't show up. That's really weird. Where did it go? Okay. And it was confused. That is, the multitude was confused because they were hearing each one in their own, each one, they were hearing them speaking in their own dialect. Okay, I've already done this. So here are the parsings of the day. I've already parsed these. So my aunt is an active participle. Katoi ke'o, the letters are there, the present stem. We've had a little crash here, and the police line saying, there's been a crash here, stay away, of that epsilon contract verb with the ending. Ooh, it's a crash. Nominative masculine plural, I've already done all that. Elf is aorist. Epsilon is a very common third person singular, active, indicative, past tense ending. From Sunurkamai, it's a second aorist, you just have to memorize it. Aorist passive, this one, because the theta eta, there's the augment. It is indicative, third singular, from Sunkeo, I confuse. An akuon is all the letters of akuo, but the alpha has been augmented, as happens in the imperfect. The imperfect is the present stem augmented. It's active because on ese, amen, eta, on, horizon, third person plural, indicative ending. Okay, there, we got through it. And onward we go tomorrow to verse 7, I believe it is.